Welcome to Afternoon Tea with Caden Alexander. I'm Caden Alexander, and let's get started. So, first off, it is Easter, where I am right now, recording. There is probably gonna be background noise, because the house next to me is having a barbecue of sorts, so bunch of children and whatnot. So, let's get to the sweets. Today, I have a matcha kintsuba. That is a red bean jelly covered in matcha batter. Almost looks like a brownie, don't it? And then this is from a different wagashi place. This is from Minamoto Kichuan. It is a beautiful momowaku. Hold on, let me make sure I say this right. Momowaka hime. It is a young peach in a peach jelly covered in looks like crystallized rice flour. So I'm super excited to try that. Today I paired it with a licorice root tea in one of the mugs that my sister bought me. So let us try this. Ooh, look at that. So if I can, I want to show you the inside of that. It's almost like whole red beans in there, whole azuki beans. That's really interesting. Let me cut that up into cubes. I am probably gonna keep this video short, considering there's gonna be a lot of background noise. But let us... Okay. So that is incredibly soft, right off the get-go. There are whole red beans in there. It is very sweet, but the matcha batter makes it taste very bitter as well. Let me take a bigger bite. Yeah, that's really interesting that red beans are whole. So it has that texture. It has texture of like a kidney bean. But it's very sweet. That's pretty good. I'd say out of everything I had, this is probably the sweetest item. I wish I had better commentary. I just got home from work. Surprise, surprise. But no, it's very flavorful, very sweet. Ooh, it goes really well with the tea. But you can tell that a lot of care went into this sweet. It has a very, very handcrafted feel. Handcrafted taste, if that makes sense. Homemade, that's a word. Yeah, that's very good. Trying to think if there's anything to compare it to as far as American sweets go, but there really isn't. Because we don't really have anything similar to red bean, you know? I'd say the closest thing, and even that is a stretch, is whole berry cranberry sauce. It has that kind of texture, but a bit more of a doughy texture with the beans. But now that was really good. Trying to think what I can talk about for this one. My hand's cramping up a tiny bit. I apologize. What to say? What to say? Guess I can talk a little about Easter, because I think I mentioned earlier, today is Easter when I'm recording this. The video will probably be out in a couple days, but once you begin a job, especially a retail job, all the days blend in. Holidays are just another work day, and you kind of lose the magic that you used to feel in holidays. I remember Easter especially, Easter and Christmas of course, but Easter, every morning we would wake up, and there would be baskets on the couch full to the brim with treats and toys and goodies and chalk. I would always be excited for my chalk, my bubbles, and a chocolate bunny or two. And then we would have the egg hunt with real hard-boiled eggs. I have a fun story. So, in our household, our neighborhood rather, once the youngest child in a household turns 12, the Easter Bunny stops visiting, just to make sure that all the other kids get their fair share of toys and goodies, and that the younger ones can get more good stuff out of it, you know? So, after I turned 12, the Easter after, I was told that the Easter Bunny wouldn't be hiding the eggs anymore, or coming, so my parents would chip in a chocolate bunny or two, but they wouldn't, the eggs wouldn't be hidden this year. So I decided to wake up early before anyone else and hide the eggs myself. And we found all of them, but even child me had the memory of a turnip, and we forgot where one of them was. I counted them all too, and we couldn't find this one for the life of me. So we finally found it after it was just reeking. Turns out I hid it we had not quite a pot holder, but it had that kind of feel. It was a handcrafted knit pouch that we hung, and we usually put our crafting scissors in. Well, it was in there. And we found it about a week later. That was fun. But yeah, typically we would, that whole day, if it was nice out, we would go and play with our chalk and sometimes we'd get jump ropes. I remember with my sisters we would try and play double dutch, but never worked out. and sometimes we'd walk to the park. And yeah, um, even when I grew up, I would often walk myself to the park and just go on the swings or draw. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury since moving to Florida. There is nothing within walking distance. Even the closest bus stop is about 20-minute walk from my house. So I haven't been able to walk to a park or even walk in general. If y'all want to know why, ask me about the Pokemon Go incident. But for now, let's try this other sweet, shall we? This is the Momowaka Hime. It is, it's very, very solid. Oh, that's pretty. You can see the young peach in there. Almost looks like a grape, doesn't it? But you can see what I assume would be a pit before it solidifies. And that's really pretty. I will put that entire thing. Mmm. Mmm. So that is very soft. Very refreshing. With the peach in it, it almost tastes like a fruit cocktail. That's a lovely flavor. Definitely a refreshing, like, fruity taste. Yeah, the closest thing I can think of is a fruit cocktail, but I'm surprised with the peach. How good that is. It's very firm. It really does taste like I'm eating fruit cocktail or a candied grape or a cherry. That sort. But that's a very nice seasonal treat. The thing about Japan is the culture is very heavy on the changing of the seasons. Everything nature and changing of seasons is all just a gift. They see it as a gift, and they use that to the fullest and have a huge appreciation for nature. That's not something you find in America, not often anyway. So eating a sweet like this is usually a once a year treat, I'd say. A seasonal treat. But that is very good. I wish I really had more to talk about. Like whenever I try to record these, my brain just goes static. But when I'm not recording them, it's all I can think about. So, that's just how my brain works. I did have a question asked in a previous video, and it was, have I met a Florida man, quote unquote, yet? As in, Florida man from the news headlines, all the crazy stuff that happens. For the privacy of things, I am not going to talk in too much detail, but I did want to say one story I remembered. So when I first moved here, about a few years after, I worked overnight for a week. And apparently some delightful Florida person, I believe it was actually a woman, filled up gas in a tank at our pumps, and then proceeded to light an ex's house on fire. I don't know too much about that. However, the cops did come in to inquire and try and find video footage, so that happened. Otherwise, thankfully, I haven't I haven't truly seen how wicked Florida men and Florida people can be, though they have pushed me quite a bit in terms of patience, in terms of, well, the way I can say it is this state really does turn you into a bitter individual. And I do not like the person that I am becoming, living here, working here. I think once I finally move out, once I move back up north, I will be able to be myself again and be kind again. I always try, but it's very hard. Especially when the people that you're dealing with just have no concept of compassion or decency. I think that's about a good place to end, to wind down on. Just be kind to each other. It's a very rough time right now. So we all could use a little exercise in patience, a little exercise in understanding. And yeah, with that said, I hope all of you have a great day, and I will see you in another video.